they early in the morning, the day before, a day before the run, right? They bring chili padi, they bring all this, and they will throw it on the grass, you know.
Wow.
And so when before they do it, right, then we ask, why are you all doing this? They say, oh, because you got to do this so that tomorrow won't rain. And so we stop them from doing it. We say that we are Christian. We already pray to our Father, tomorrow there won't be any rain. Then we say, you're sure or not? You know, we have experienced this. You don't put it going to rain. And so the first time also, it was like, wow, start drizzling. And then we just trust the Lord, and the Lord give us what you call miracle. The day weather forecast said that, you know, there will be rain, but yet it didn't rain. The next time when we do it at Pongo, if my phone, I can show you the sky is so dark, and then we check out in the morning, right? You know, when you put Singapore, the island, right? So everywhere rain, they will put that icon, raining icon all over, raining. And when we were at Pongo, it was like, you know, wow, the wind suddenly come. It was so heavy, the whole sky. If I show you the photo, you will worry, man. The whole sky is red and black color, dark color. And we just prayed, and after that, it drizzled a bit, and then we prayed, right? There was a wind that blew the crowd away. And even when the guest of honor, Desmond Lee, came, I say, wow, my place raining heavily, you know. Then everybody texts in, is like, hey, raining, man, is the run cancel, right? We say, no, right, it's not going to rain. The rain going to stop, you know, the run continue, you know. And we even have a cooling day to run. Likewise, on Saturday, the same thing, that, you know, weather forecast, and you know that last week every day is raining. 4 o'clock, our guys 2 o'clock is there, right? You need to prepare things there. 4 o'clock we see the sky. I wake up 3 something, I look at the sky. Wow, it's very crowded, you know. There's a lot of white crowd, you know. But then after like 5 o'clock, it turned to be red, you know, and you know it's going to rain. And when we walk out, it was drizzling, but yet in our heart, we know that God is going to answer. And then I text everybody. I say, hey guys, you know, let's continue to pray. You know, and our prayer, you know, work wonders and all. But then suddenly the Lord spoke to me very clearly. The Lord said, yeah, everybody, sometimes we think that our prayer is powerful. Yes, our prayer is powerful, but the focus is not how much you pray. The focus must be on God, how powerful God is. Again, you can pray for a whole day, but you don't know how. When I receive that word, I know that today we're going to have a great day. And now the organizer, like, you know, they make fun, not say make fun now. After 9 o'clock, it was so hot, right? He said, Pastor Don, can you ask your guys stop praying already? It's so hot. They really understand that prayer, you know, our prayer, you know. And he said, yeah, really enough already. I'll tell your guys to stop, right? It's really, at 9 o'clock, it was really very hot. And we really enjoy ourselves. We have 4,000 over people came and run. And yesterday, if you go to the social media, everybody, their post is about the unlabored. And God really gave us favor. We have guests of honor, graceful, but also, then Denise Paul loved the run so much that she just come. She just came, and also we asked her to flat off the 5 click. And so we have two one MP and one minister there, and one mayor. You know, Denise Paul is the mayor. And God just give us a lot of favor. Praise God for that. And yesterday, yesterday I still morning wake up, I just giving thanks to God. I wrote to my staff, I say, you can plan all things. You can have even 40,000 people come, great and all. But God don't stop the rain. It come to nothing. You know, everything got to cease. You know. Ultimately, we got to look to God, because God is the one who's going to help us. Yeah, amen. Right? Yeah. Yeah, we have 52 Vietnamese here. We have China. We have a brother from China, and also a group of Filipinos that came from Philippines. It was a great day, and I believe that this is going to continue to be a great movement Just like God said, if we are in Christ, we are new creation. The old thing will be gone. But many times people, they do forgive us, but they still label us. Yeah, this guy, okay, I must forgive, but don't trust this guy. He's an ex. You still label them. A drug addict is always a drug addict, a cheater. They forgive, they mingle with you, but they still, label some. And this year we help the school not to label the children. Because some of the children, they are just make some mistake, but they are not 白痴, some of them are late bloomer, they do well later, so we help them to one. So today I'm going to share with you all, why didn't Jesus come down from the cross? I think that in Matthew 27 verse 39 to 40, right? We know, right? And those who pass by blaspheme him, you who destroyed the temple and built it in 3 days, save yourself. If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross, right? Many times, Golgotha, right, is a place, it's not like up the hill people cannot see. If you go to Israel, you know that is that place where people are still able to walk around the place to see the cross, to see the people being crucified. And people walk around, they mock him, they ridicule him. And sometimes in life also, how many of us never been ridiculed by people, criticized by people? And so if we really look deep into the cross, right, why Jesus never come down from the cross? And right now, as we look at Ephesians chapter 1, right, verse 17 onwards, it says that let us have the spirit of wisdom and the spirit of revelation, that the eyes of our heart may be opened, that we may understand the power of God. Right? So the cross is not just about the suffering. Through the cross, what type of power that we have? It's not about the cross, right? Yes, we have to understand the cross, but the most important thing is Easter Day, that Jesus being risen. And that's why the Bible says in Corinthians, it says, if Jesus have not risen, then your faith and my faith is in vain. And so we have to understand the cross in order to understand that we have the power of resurrection. It is through the cross. That what Jesus has done, we have to know what Jesus has done so that we can experience that. Why Jesus go through the cross? So that you and I can be set free. Right? Later I will explain. But I want you all to understand also Paul, I've been sharing with you all that Paul talked about even Ephesians, not only chapter 1 that the eyes of our heart may be opened, that we understand the power. But in chapter 3, he said that in order for us to live in the fullness of God, we must, chapter 3, he said, we must understand the depths of the love of God. That means how wide, how, the length, the width, the height, and the depth of God, so that we may live in the fullness of God. That we may understand what it takes, for God to die at the cross, and why Jesus didn't come down from the cross. If we have the right perspective about the cross, then it's not just about God, I receive your cleansing, forgiveness, and wait to go to heaven. No, right? Why Jesus? And so, just a rough idea how Jesus suffered. We every time say Jesus died at the cross. Is that easy? Because Jesus actually bleed to death, at the cross, right? Sometimes I think dying like the samurai sword, like is it's fearful. But right now I see the IS, the way they cut the throat, it's like they use a small knife, I can't stand to see. At first they send me, I see, and then the eyes shoot, and then they just like that cut, I think it's like more painful, right? But that is also just a while, they cut away the head. But Jesus is 9 hours, bleeding to death, And according, this is a slow and painful and terrible death, Jesus, when he was on the cross, right, he was supported by the nail that it pierced into, that is hammered into his hand. And a great doctor, after studying, analyzing, this Dr. Truman, right, he come to a medical conclusion, right. He say, when once it is hang up, you are just supported by the neck. It is so painful that your body will start to have cramp, And then no matter how, if we are drowned, right, we will try our best to lift up our head. So Jesus tried to lift up the body. And we lift up the body was also being nailed. To lift up, it's not only so painful that now the lung, right, the heart is being compressed, That the body become like, cramped with pain, it's like being paralyzed with pain, That type of pain Jesus go through. It's not just 1 minute, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And some people say that, he's God, Jesus can endure the pain. We have to understand that Jesus is 100% human being and 100% God. Then you can appreciate what Jesus gone through. If not, we can just brush the whole thing that he is God. No. You feel the pain, Jesus feel the pain. You get what I mean? And I think maybe we endure, okay maybe we love God, we endure for maybe 10 seconds. If you have the authority, right, to make a difference, that is the challenge. That is a real challenge, Like for us, like the robber and the other thief, right? They are crucified beside Jesus, right? They don't have any authority or any way that they can be set free, right? There's no way. They don't have that. But Jesus have that now. And that is even more challenging. Jesus had the power to be free and destroy all those people. And yet, he chose not to come down from the cross. That one we have to have a deep understanding. And we really appreciate that. It is that Jesus got no choice because he kneeled on the cross already. He had to die. And all the pain he suffered, he cannot do anything about it. No. Jesus can call 10,000 of angels to come and destroy, the Bible says. But yet he chose not to do it. Wow. That is where we have to understand how wide, how deep, how, the width, the length, the height, and the depth of it. When we understand that, then we can live a life in fullness. Understanding what is the unconditional love of God, right? And we always say unconditional love of God. And so that is physical pain, right? Physical pain. And yet endure this pain for mankind, for the people, but yet people walk around, still criticize him, still ridicule him, mock him. Now they put King of Jews, the King of Jews, and they say, you can't even save yourself. Don't talk about saving people. Wow. Here we see the physical pain, and then here we see the emotional pain, emotional hurt. And I want you all to see this so that when I share why Jesus don't come down from the cross, right? There's area in our life that we are hurt physically, but more serious or important to be set free is to be set free with those emotional hurt. The hurt that is inside that people cannot see. Let's say you are hurt with blue black and black eyes, people still can see, right? You still can that's a few things. But the hurt inside, right, that we harbor, that we let it, like the bitterness, the hurt, right? And even scientifically, it also proven that when we harbor this type of bitterness, this type of hurt, right, it creates a lot of sickness in your life, And so I want you all to see that Jesus also bear the emotional hurt, so that when we look at the cross, right, what Jesus have done now, when we say the cross set us free, not only just forgive us of our sin, Jesus also want to set us free